expression in the plants, making plants have more phenolics and helpful compounds, terpenoids and stuff like that, antioxidants. It but you only know to work on that once you see the other thing. Otherwise, you don't see that there could be any connection at all. You don't think there could be any connection. You have to kind of first discover that they're in there and going around nuclei, and then figure out that there actually are processes that could be at play here, causing that. I won't go into that because it's a little detailed, but it's you can see that in order to get to that idea, you first have to have microbes going inside plant cells, right? That's the
Yeah.
that's the important change. And if you don't have that, then all of this other variability that you're seeing is just, what do you do with it? It's a mess. You don't know how to sort it out. So it's just, it is like you have a ball of yarn, right? And you have to get it open. And first you have to you have to find the end to pull, and then you start pulling, or you have a sweater, and you find a little thread coming out and you start pulling. Before you know it, the whole thing comes apart, and you see, it it opens up, and you can see it. And that's what we're doing. And that's actually how science works. It's how science works. It just so happens that this little piece, the rhizophagy part, the bacteria going in plant cells, it's missed by everybody. So the ultimate secret is that's happening, and no one saw it. No one knew it was happening or knew what's happening inside. So you get the little piece, one little piece, and then you start pulling and unraveling it to understand the way it works. This is how science works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate you helping me unravel all this. And kind of on that note, before I leave, I wanted to ask about resources, both resources for your stuff, your research, anything that you would suggest people check out, and then also other science that you're excited about. Maybe people have written books, or other people have kind of found loose sweater threads that they're starting to unravel that you've been paying attention to. So yeah, just what would you recommend people check out who have been interested by this conversation?
Well, I would say open access. Look at the open access articles. Just Google um, Rhizophagy cycle, and you'll see some things coming up. Some YouTube presentations and uh, the open access articles. Some of those will come up. So look at those. Jeff Lowenfels, who's a gardener, author, gardener, and lawyer. He wrote a book called Teeming with Bacteria, Rhizophagy Cycle and Endophytes in Plants, something like that. But Jeff Lowenfels, and his book simplifies it and makes it accessible to everybody. But I still think the open access, pulling out Rhizophagy cycle open access article published in Microorganisms, one of the open access journals, is a good start, and it has good images in it, and it's kind of the basic. In science, we always try to go to the original science, right?